A very celestial and a cordial happy greeting to everyone. I'm Arun Joseph, a full stack developer in Zoho Corporation. I'm here to empower you with the knowledge of what the industry expects. Elon Musk just put out a tweet last week saying that you can have a bachelor's degree and still be an idiot, and that's so true. There are a lot of vacant jobs available in the industry, and as you know, there are a lot of candidates. But the candidates in the jobs, they don't fit each other properly. You know why? Lack of skills. So with the following presentation I'm going to give you, you can empower yourself and better equip with the right strategy so that you can land in your dream job. Also, I'm an ethical hacker. I have hacked various companies. I have hacked e-commerce companies and ordered stuffs for free. If you're also interested in hacking and want to become an ethical hacker, then I have included some resources at the end of this session. Thank you. Hello everyone, as I've said before, in this presentation we are going to see what the company expects from candidates. This is something about me, and these are my Twitter, Instagram and LinkedIn profiles. And before getting into the specifics of the companies, let's see the type of companies, how the companies can be classified based on how they operate. Companies can be generally classified into product-based companies and service-based companies. And first of all, what is a product company? In product-based companies, the products will be built in advance to the client requirement by doing market research and then deliver to the market. In service-based companies, clients will approach the company and give them their specific requirements, and the application will be specifically crafted for that specific client. And companies that are product-based include Google, Microsoft, Zoho, Amazon, and so and so. And service-based companies include TCS, Infosys, Accenture, Wipro, and so and so. And in your later stages of your career, when you try to move between a product company and service company, moving up within the product-based companies will be much easier than a jump from a service company to a product company. And always prefer a product-based company, because in product-based companies there will be a lot of research and development. You will be given a lot of learning opportunities than in a service-based company. And also the packages when compared between a service company and product-based company, in product companies CTCs will be much higher than the service companies. And let's see the type of recruitment. When companies recruit people, they will recruit in two manners: on campus and off campus. In on campus recruitment, the company will come to your college, usually in the end of your third year, and conduct all the tests. And in off campus interviews, you will be asked to go to a specific location to attend the interview, and people from different colleges and with different years of experience will attend the interview with you. So always try to get placed in the on-campus interview itself, because in on-campus, since the recruiters know that you are just a college student, the possibility of getting placed is much higher, and it will be pretty easy to on comparing to an off-campus interview. And though you are just beginning your engineering, start building your resume from the first year itself. And by start building, I mean start working on projects, put them in your resume, start competing in competitions, and if you win one or two, then put that too in your resume. And if you take any leadership roles, and if you have achieved something big in the past, put them all in the resume and see how it looks. Because when you write a resume, then at the end of your final year, then you will realize that, oh, I'm missing a lot of points which my friends have. So if I had known this before in the first year, maybe I could have also worked on that too. And if you start in the first year itself, you may not think that, and you can realize the reality and improve yourself. And always be a team player, whether that's a football or cricket or basketball, anything, even in development or whatever it is. Always be a team player. You can't achieve something alone. Even if you are Zuckerberg or Bill Gates, they haven't built Microsoft themselves, they haven't built Facebook themselves. They have built it with a team of people. And if companies are recruiting you, they are not going to give a single project to your single person and expect you to complete everything. No, always you will be working with the team, and you should have good communication skills, and you should not fight for linear matters. You should be cool always. And when you inherit such traits and being a cool person, having fun with the team and making everyone laugh, then people will love you, and people will easily hire you for that reason. And always take responsibilities, always take leadership roles whenever possible. And if you don't get a chance, try to create a possibility and opportunity and grab it. Because when you have some leadership roles in your resume, then the company will be more comfortable in recruiting you, since you have already managed some people, some event in a huge manner, or even if it's a small symposium or event, participating or holding a leadership position will teach you a lot of lessons, how to manage people, get uh, how to build up relationship, how to do networking. Getting into the recruitment, this will be the first round in most of the company hiring. Specifically, you can find this in the first round of service-based companies. Uh, this round will screen a lot of candidates. Like there are, if let's assume there are thousands of candidates attending an interview. In this round, people will pick up the top 100, and only in those 100 or 200, the rest of the rounds will carry on. Say the coding rounds and the technical rounds and everything. So always prepare your aptitude and sharpen your aptitude skills. And this is my favorite, coding. If you're also like me, interested in coding, building applications, and breaking stuff, and these are the platforms for you. And these are some of the best platforms according to me. HackerRank is best for the beginner level, and if you are an intermediate, you can jump to HackerEarth. And LeetCode will help you a lot for interview prep. And Coding Game is a site which I have recently found, where you can learn coding by building games. And CodeChef is something I consider a bit more advanced, because the level of difficulty of problems and the competitors will be tough guys. So you can get to CodeChef later. And initially, okay, this is HackerRank. You can practice all the problem solving and mathematics and everything. You can do it specific to a language. And this is HackerEarth. Here also you will have all kind of practicing problems, and competitions also will be conducted in all these platforms. And this is LeetCode, where you can choose questions which are specifically asked in a specific company interviews, and you can practice for that specific company. And this is Coding Game. You can write your own code. I mean, you can compete with people by writing real-time code, and whoever writes the code, I mean, the first one to complete the code and to build a game will get reward points. And this is actually a cool site. Do check it out if you have time. And okay, now next comes the competitive programming. If you are interested in big tech companies, let's say Google or Microsoft and Facebook, competitive programming will help you a lot. So always practice competitive programming, and Google has its own Kickstart, and it's also recruiting people through it. So competitive programming is nothing but it's the same as coding, but you have to solve the problems in a much time constrained manner. You have to build applications in a short span of time. Sorry, not applications. Build write code in a short amount of time, and your application should not exceed certain time limit and threshold. There will be certain constraints, and whoever writes the best code will get rewarded. And this will help you a lot. Initially, you may feel competitive programming is tough, but that's not the case. If you gradually you can improve your skills, and if you are interested in big tech companies as a coder or as a developer, this is something which you should concentrate into. And next comes, not everybody wants to become a coder or a developer, and some people are more interested in designing stuff, and designer role is for them. And if you are interested in becoming a designer, then learn tools like Adobe XD, Adobe Illustrator, and others. And when after you learn stuff, go to platforms like Dribble and showcase your work from the first day itself, I'll say. Because when people are recruiting you for design role, and if you have a profile, which a well established profile in sites like Dribble, where you can even freelance your work if you are good at designing. So if you want to become a designer, learn Adobe XD. It's a free tool, and showcase your work in Dribble and other platforms, so that you can easily land a designer job. Because in India, generally they say designers are really needed, and there are a lot of demand for designers in India. So this is really a good career if you are more interested in designing. And also marketing and sales also there. My friends are into marketing. People who hate coding generally join marketing and sales, and that's also a really rewarding career. And when you start, after you learn your basic programming, try to build projects that could be as small as a static web application or a LED blinking IoT device. Always build applications on what you learn, specifically relating to your trade or what you're aiming for. Because when you build projects and when you build applications and you build devices, that's when you will understand what you are learning, because all you are learning is to build applications and to make money out of it, or to help people, or to serve the people, and so and so. Do projects. It could be simple or it could be a sophisticated one, but always do projects. And when you do projects, always maintain your code in platforms like GitHub and GitLab. GitHub is a popular tool, but it's a public. You can, I mean, if you upload your code in GitHub, anyone can see your code, and if you want to keep it private, you have to pay money. But in case of GitLab, you can maintain a public repository, and also you can keep it private. And always go to public, GitHub will be much better for your initial stages, because all the open source projects will be available in GitHub, and you can always have a backup of code, because if you are working in your, if you are keeping your code in only your machine, and in case if your machine fails, then all your code will be lost. So in that case, if you keep the code in GitHub or GitLab, the code will be always there forever unless you delete it there. And this will also be helpful if you are collaborating with people. Let's say you and your friend are working on a single project, and a traditional way or a primitive way will be like having a pen drive and copying the files from one computer to another and collaborating. But no one does that in the industry. Everyone works on VCS systems, which is a version control systems, and GitHub is something that utilizes that technology. So learn what GitHub is, what is a push and a pull and a fork operations are, and it will help you a lot even in the hackathons, which we will see in the next part. Yeah, hackathons. This is something really cool and which have picked up tremendous attention in the recent years. There are a lot of competitions. There are a lot of hackathons held every day all around the world or in India itself. You can always attend virtual hackathons, which you need not to be physically present, and hackathons where you can go to colleges and compete with other best teams from the other parts of the world or the colleges or the region. Personally, I feel this is a very good way to learn and to improve yourself in your specific domain, because in hackathons you will be building an entire application in a few or a short span of time, say within one day or within 12 hours. So you may build application or you may fail. That doesn't matter. What matters is what you have learned out of it. I can assure you, you can always learn stuff by attending hackathon, even though if you are winning or not or losing. Fine. I am getting into my favorite or my hobby. I do hacking, and many people attribute hacking to some nefarious stuff, where a guy like how I'm showing in the slide, wearing hoodie and doing stuff in a dark room, bringing the world down and hacking televisions and so. No, that's only in movies. In reality, hackers are also good guys. That is a well-paid profession, and by learning hacking and by hacking, it's actually a low risk and a high return investment, I can say. And I'll show you some resources for you to learn hacking. And if you are interested in learning hacking, first of all, Twitter will be a lot helpful, because in Twitter you can have a lot of hackers as friend. You can follow hackers, and see, Stock is a hacker actually, and he's a really cool guy who will teach a lot of hacking stuff. And by following people like him, if you're interested in infosec, you can learn a lot. And hacking is not just about breaking others stuffs which are created by others. When you learn hacking, you will learn to write a solid code or unhackable code, I can say. So learning hacking is important not just for infosec professionals, but also if you are interested in becoming a developer. And you can read write-ups, say bug bounty write-ups, because in bug bounty write-ups, people will explain how they have hacked the application in detail, so you can get a much detailed analysis of it. See, this guy has hacked Amazon through cross-site scripting, and he has given a proof of concept. uh, okay, and these things will be really interesting to read. You can follow these blogs, and you can try to do it in a, you can build your own simple application, and you can hack it, try to hack it yourself. So in real world, it will help you a lot. It will help you hack stuff. And okay, and this is not just the only medium. Okay, hackathons activity. This is also a good platform to learn hacking. Here, this is actually something which is this platform is entirely dedicated to hackers and companies. Companies will publish their company here, and hackers, if they hack that company, or if they to be specific, if you find a vulnerability in a company, you can report it to the company and get paid for it. Some companies will only do like Hall of Fame and so on, so they'll only thank, and some companies will reward. And this is the SSRF attack. I don't want to get into technical details of the attacks and so on, so, but this is where you can learn hacking. And there is another popular site which is called bugcrowd, and this is also a site which will reward hackers for hacking companies. You can hack the companies listed here, and you can get reward for it. Fine. And one more thing, if you have crossed all these stages, and maybe let's say you are in the second year or third year, or even in the final year, if you want to know exactly how a company's interview happens, you can just Google interview experience, or Zoho interview experience, and you can find a lot of experience. People will share the experience. Say in Geeks for Geeks is a good site for learning about the interview experiences. People will detail, describe in detail about how their recruitment procedure was. See, this guy had the seems to have a telephonic interview in the first round, and okay, this guy has written it short, and some people will elaborate a lot. Let's see this. Okay, see, the round one was whole interview, directly asked questions. Okay, so you can read these write-ups, and they will even share the questions which have been asked in the interview, so you can know what the companies are expecting. Because if you can clear these 3 rounds, then you are a Google employee, and you will be get paid in lakhs. Like, say, Google pays its employees in around 20 to 50 lakh for the freshers. So these will help you a lot, and I hope I have shared everything. So, and don't be one among the crowd, and always be one above the crowd. Always strive for perfection, and don't hesitate to do things which others are hesitating. I wish you all the best and the life you dream. Thank you, guys.